Hi, byoonique here, and today I'll be going over things I wish I knew when learning some of the more unintuitive game mechanics within Pokémon Arceus. A lot of this isn't actually explained in the game, so I took the time to research and gather what I found were the most useful tips for starting Arceus. This is a far cry from a normal Pokemon game, so let's just hop in and see what's been changed from the old formula. Number 1. Early on, Alpha Pokemon are possible to catch, but not exactly probable. Alpha Pokemon are a type of Pokemon that have higher stats, potentially different moves, and are much stronger than the average of like species Pokemon. It's very natural to want to catch one, but you have to keep in mind that their catch rate is partially determined by your star rating level cap. In the beginning, this isn't very high, so it makes catching one feel impossible. So, yes, you can even catch the first Alpha Pokemon Kricketune, but no matter how many Pokeballs and statuses you chuck at it, it'll feel like you come up short while your friend brags about how they caught it on their first try. If that's not you, no worries. While you won't have a disgustingly powerful Pokemon on your team, some of them are outside your Stark rank level cap control anyway, and they're not necessary to proceed through the game. A good rule of thumb is that you should revisit an area once your 3 to 4 star ranks higher than the area's original level cap for a solid chance to catch the Alpha Pokemon. Also, if you kill an Alpha Pokemon, don't worry about it. You get pretty decent rewards, and all you need to do is reset the day-night cycle on your map to respawn the Alpha Pokemon. Number 2. The simplest way to catch a Pokemon is to use your items. Berries are incredibly plentiful in the game, but the game doesn't emphasize their sheer utility. While they can functionally serve the purpose of easy-to-come-by healing items, you'll want to try these steps to make the most of them. For starters, you'll want to be crouching and hiding to avoid the target's attention to take advantage of the game's stealth mechanics. Then, you'll want to throw the berry so that the Pokemon's back is facing towards you. If they're too far, throw a berry so that they're close, then throw a second berry shortly after to have them face away from you. Use a heavy ball to pile on the critical backstrike catch boost with the heavy ball's unaware boost. This is really the safest way to be targeting any Pokemon, but if they've already aggroed onto you, throw some mud at it to push it into a state of confusion and then catch it from behind. Number 3. This is an especially useful bit of information for avid fans of the old games. Some statuses in Pokemon Arceus are completely different to how they were in previous games. Frostbite replaces the Frozen status and acts similar to Burn. While the Frozen status would render a Pokemon completely immobile with a random chance of thaw, the Frostbite status inflicts a Pokemon with damage at the end of each turn and reduces their special attack. This is a nice way to finally balance the Burn Cripple and physical attackers, and less frustrating to deal with than 7 turns in Cryostasis. Drowsy replaces the Sleep status and acts similar to the Paralysis status, but with increased vulnerability. That means a drowsy Pokemon will randomly fail to attack and will take more damage in their drowsy state. After a certain number of turns, a Pokemon can actually get over their Paralysis, Poison, Burn, Drowsy, and Frostbite status in the middle of battle. This was a notable battle mechanic change to Pokemon Arceus, as this was only achievable in the previous Pokemon games with the use of Full Heals, Rest, or the Shed Skin ability. It's also worth mentioning that a Pokemon status will go away at the end of the battle, so Full Heals definitely have lowered use in this game. As for the new statuses, they are the following. Primed, which means that the Pokemon will do increased damage with its moves in the following turns. Obscured, which means the Pokemon has heightened evasion. And Fixated, which means a repetition of the fixated move will do increased damage. It acts similarly to the Metronome item in Gen 4 and applies to traditional momentum moves like Rollout and Ice Ball. A Pokemon will lose the Fixated status once a different move is used. Number 4. You can actually nickname your Pokemon. While a no-brainer, this one's important to me because this doesn't at first appear to be the case, since the game doesn't indicate you can nickname your starter. With how catch-heavy this game is, you'll need a way to differentiate between the normies and the Pokemon you actually use. All you need to do is go to the menu found on the up button of the left Joy-Con, hover over your Pokemon you want to rename, and rebrand them to whatever you desire. Number 5. Learning moves is completely different in this game. In previous iterations, whether you're a strategical Sam with status setup moves or the 4 attack berries, learning moves has been a semi-binding process where you have to be incredibly intentional about the move choices you make. Pokemon Arceus does away with that commitment and instead presents a library of moves your Pokemon is able to use. After hitting the 4 move cap, all extra moves learned will be stored for selection to create the optimal moveset to whatever the situation demands the most. Changing the moves doesn't cost anything and you can do it at any time. Instead of TMs and HMs, there is a move tutor located to the left of the Galaxy headquarters who will teach your Pokemon moves that can't naturally be learned through level up. They won't appear right away in your moveset and need to be selected in the move library after you buy them from the NPC. As an extra tip at the time of this video, exchanging moves that run out of power points to another move and then back is a neat trick to restore move usage to continue in the open world. Number 6. Effort levels replace a hidden mechanic called effort values, or EVs, which were in Pokemon Arceus' predecessors. Traditionally, EVs were additional stats rewarded to Pokemon that defeat wild or enemy trainer Pokemon. They aren't something Pokemon players come across in a casual run-through of the previous games, but Arceus has a system set up barefaced for you to explore. Effort levels are, instead, a set of additional stats that boost the Pokemon by up to 10 levels. While some wild Pokemon have an innate boost in their EVs, they can be further increased with the use of the grit items, which practically act as recreational steroids to enhance Pokemon stats. It's recommended that you save some of the grit items you get earlier to use them on your favorites as they start coming around. Finally, number 7. For people who aren't subscribed to Nintendo's online membership or don't have local friends playing the game, Pokemon has finally added a feature that allows you to evolve trait evolutions by yourself. This is done with an item known as a Link Cord, which can be bought from the Merit Shop in Jubilee Village, alongside other items required for Pokemon evolution. Merit points are the currency used at the shop and can be obtained by finding satchels throughout the game and returning them to the NPC. Speaking of subscribing, consider leaving a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video to anyone starting out Pokemon Legends Arceus who you think will benefit from these tips. I've been having a really good time learning this game and would love to share more tips and bits in the future. But that's all for now, so I'll see you next time, and until then, be happy.